Morning all, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Been a while since I haven't posted. So today we are at Deal Castle, and today we'll be looking around it and seeing what type of history there is to see. See you guys inside. Inside Deal Castle. It's absolutely fantastic. Bah! I've been shot. So here we are, out in the castle. Here's a little backstory. It was built during Henry VIII's reign, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Henry VIII. And so they built it during when the French and the Spanish, I believe it was, wanted to invade the country. And as you know, many a time, even during the Second World War, you know how the Germans, and back in when Henry VIII was there, the French and Spanish. This is the closest to the this is the closest bit of land to mainland Europe. So that's why they built it here, because they wanted to defend themselves near the, Spanish and French, and later during the Second World War against Nazi Germany. Yeah, I'm just yappeting on now about random stuff. But yeah, I mean, we will be going further down into the castle. It's always very important to remember our history. I believe it was one of three. We got this castle, Sandown Castle, which is further down, and then you have Sandown Castle over there in that direction, Warmer Castle over there, and Deal Castle here. Warmer Castle was used, the Queen Mother stayed there for Lord Warden, wasn't it? Lord Warden would stay at Warmer. I don't get why I pointed here, because it wasn't here, it was at Warmer, but yeah. And then at Sandown Castle, it was built a little too close to the sea, and as the sea level rose, it destroyed it, and now it's just a garden, I guess is the best way to describe it. I mean, this is the one closest to me, which I love, which is really good. So I say, let's head inside, see what it has to offer. We go inside here, the keep, heart of the castle. So yeah, this is basically what I said. Built in the orders of Henry VIII, 1509 to 1547, and 1539 to 1540, Deal Castle was a purpose-made coastal fort equipped with big guns or cannons to protect against invasion. You are about to enter its core, the circular keep. This room was openings in the walls where handguns would be fired, and circular shafts that took gun smoke out through the roof. The door on your left leads into the ground floor, which is partitioned into rooms. Originally to house the gunners of the garrisons, it includes a communal hall and kitchen with brick-lined ovens. One spiral stair leads to the basement, where you can explore the castle's storerooms and an atmosphere defensive passage and the rounds. Another spiral stair in the centre of the keep ascends to a suite of panelled rooms for the captain, who commanded at the castle, and there's a picture, I guess, of the castle. Wow, this is nice. I guess you can the names of this, and you can actually listen to them through here, which is a nice little touch.
Custom. But
Not sure if you can hear it, but...
My spies informed me that he is preparing soldiers and defenses on the coast. Well, he can't defend it all, and we will find a place to land our armies. We will bring Henry to heel. All my life I have fought for my inheritance, but still the fight goes on. I would have peace. We have reached.
History. World of Henry VIII. Right, I believe this is remembering of World War One. I believe. Very nice. This is beautiful. Really. So, during World War One, this would have been. What would this have been used for in World War One? Do you think? The old castle. Yeah, the battling was all in France and that, in Europe. I don't think that much was in. Yeah.
Whoa, there's a gun in
I believe, wouldn't they be the cannonballs? Starting with 5, which would literally be a little rock, to 5, which would be a proper big cannonball that we all have the stereotype for. All these brilliant artifacts. Pause the video if you want to read it. So have a look at this. We've got the rifles, parts of rifles. Again, pause it if you want to read it. Daisy. Oh, sorry. I meant to turn and I accidentally caught my foot. Sorry. My bad. Wouldn't that be like a furnace or something? That's cool. So you'd sort of like that. And just turn around and try and shoot at it, really. That's nice. Nice and interesting. So, yeah. Very, cool.
Run class up from several levels, the large range to several miles.
Oh, that's the loop. Again, they don't dare go shoot that way. Go over here. I believe this, I'm not sure what this used to be. I think that used to be like a massive hole. Anyway, and then they would shoot that there. Don't, this feels so unsteady. Okay. Again, you'd put your rifle here and then just shoot out like that. And same here, you'd aim and then fire through these little glass things here, these windows here. Wonder what's in that door. Alright, why have we not been in there? Oh, here we go. Haven't been in here yet. Actually, have we? Have we been in here yet? Don't think so. Very cool. I think they've like built the castle in a toy version. And this is obviously also where they built it, as I say. Remember, there's Sandown Castle, which is basically just a... It's now just destroyed, I think. Isn't it like just a garden or something? Deal, where we're at. Warmer, which is the where the Lord Warden would stay. Well, more recently Camber, which would be near Rye, and so that would be near Dungeness side for Kent, and Sandgate. Oh, I've heard of Sandgate. Huh?
Is it Folkestone?
Oh, Folkestone, yes. Folkestone, Sandgate.
High. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've been through Sandgate. Yeah. Let's have a look in here. I don't think I've been in here for a while. I just never at all. Wow, that is. Wouldn't want to be stuck in there. Bars. Help me. Little hole there. And you'd obviously another shoot hole. And I would say you'd aim here obviously and then wait for your enemy to walk through the well. Not sure if this here will be the same. I would assume it would be. Yeah. This way.
Yes, there was sort of like a void there, because I suppose it's the closest bit to France, isn't it?
Yeah, because like having, yeah, because you'd have people in the last 5. Yeah, because the famous 5, as I would like to call them, you know, those were the closest to the Flossie, where they were trying to invade. Well, yeah. Well, really, the closest to mainland Europe, really.
Camber was that's the one that's near to Rye. You know, when we get to Hastings for the caravan, you know, when we go to Rye and everyone's getting off at Rye, or that 100 bus, whatever it is, that goes to Camber, and that's where I think some, because there's obviously Camber Sands there, but some people might be visiting the castle as well.
Yeah.
We'll have to do that someday. Perhaps we'll go down to there on the train to Rye and then get off and go to Camber on the bus or something.
Yeah.
Perhaps we could check out another one. Seeing it's like one of these. We'll
No, I
have to look
believe
and search it.
the way we go is over here.
Oh, it's so dark, I can't see.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know which way we're going?
Yeah. Man. I know where I'm going because there's a bit of light still over here, but this is like the basement type thing. Remember how dark it is and all that. Oh, here we go. The darkness. Oh yeah, because that's covered up by grass and that. You know, because it's the dark mood, I may say something. I believe ghosts do exist. I believe spirits exist. I do believe they walk places like Oxney Bottom with the Grey Lady. And I believe that, you know, there may be spirits walking here. I'm just saying. May not exist, but I believe they do. I say that and then, yeah. You know, I've always heard like weird whistling noises through here. And it's all of a sudden a common breeze. You remember when we were here with Joseph that one time and there was all this weird wind and whistling?
Yeah.
Yeah, and now it doesn't seem to want to appear. Now there's...
Probably Joseph's part.
No, and probably, well, yeah, probably. But we would hear like these sounds and winds and whistling through here. No? Okay.
That's all this, yeah, but you've got one jar. Yeah, that's right. What's the other song or not? I don't know, we didn't know how to work this before. Anyway, let's go.
Please turn me till the message plays.
Alright. What does it say there? Can you get a light on to see what it says?
I can read it. Turn the handle to hear about the siege of Deal Castle in 1648.
Which way do you have to turn it? There's not an arrow.
Yeah. Oh well. Doesn't seem to work. Oh well.
It says do it, but then it doesn't really do it.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah. To be fair, it's kind of cool in the dark with the echo.
Yeah?
The echo in the dark, you know? It's really kind of cool. It's prone to flooding as well. Luckily it hasn't rained in
Well,
a
yeah,
while.
if you were sort of working, well, you know, being a soldier here, must have been a right old pain in the bugs, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Because, you know, there you are, you think, oh, does this work?
Please turn me till the message plays.
Back here again then, Thomas? But what a fight! I took a couple down. I thought we had them there. Our firing would have broken their ranks if the Roundhead cavalry hadn't appeared out of nowhere.
I was glad to make it back over the drawbridge with those horses kicking and biting. Never mind the riders. Richard took a musket ball in the knee. God help him. They'd taken him to the surgeon.
Did you see their big guns between us and Sandown? I'm pleased to be down here again after that cannonball bounced over my head and smashed into the gatehouse wall. Missed me by a whisker.
What next then, mate? You're up for a fight now, I'd say.
Aye, we better keep an eye on that moat in case they fancy another go. I'm hungry. Are you?
I am that. But it's all men at their positions right now, and no prospect of a bite.
Here you are. I've got a couple of apples to keep us going. Savour it, though. That yellow-coat sergeant reckons we'll be on half rations soon, unless the sailor boys appear again and land some supplies.
I paused. Please turn me some more. Please turn me till the message plays.
Oh, I think that might be it. I think it might be.
Oh yeah, look, yeah.
Back here again then, Thomas?
Yeah, it's really
But what a
starting.
fight! I took a couple down. I thought we had them there. Our firing would have broken their ranks if the Roundhead cavalry hadn't appeared out of nowhere.
I was glad to make it back over the drawbridge with those horses kicking their point in. Never mind the wainers. We just took a musket ball in the knee. Got out. To the surgery. Did you see the big guns with the thousand sand down?
Let's go this way.
Yeah, let's go this way. Up here. Mum, do you mind having my camera real quick? You don't have to press anything. Oh man, that's oh. Not sure if I'm actually. There we go. That wasn't funny. That was cool. Thanks, Mum.
Sorry.
Cheers. This is the basement, I believe. Still. To be fair, it's nice and quiet and still. Good thing about they're always quiet. Still. It's really cool to have an Echo. I've been here like with in year art when I was in reception, very young. I'd say about 5. And I went to Dover Castle as well. And Dover Castle had like this special room and everything for us. It was amazing. But I was in year 2. When I was in, very young, about 5 years old, I came here and with my class, and we sat what particularly, but in this room, or a room very similar to this, so it's probably around this one bit here. It's nice and calm. The thing about echoes, they always seem so chilling. So, I wonder what's in here. Ah, yes. There you go. Nice little dark room with no light. So basically this is, I would say, but look at this, it looks like some sort of cell room where the prisoners would stay. In the pitch black, because obviously back then in the 1500s you didn't have lights. Just imagine this, yeah, you're in this corner, no light, it's pitch black, and you're handcuffed like to this very room. It's not like, and it's not comfortable at all, because this is like
It's dark in here.
hard wood. Yeah, there's no light or anything, it's hard wood. Hard concrete floors, walls, that's what I meant, couldn't find my words then. But yeah, it would be very uncomfortable. This away. Ooh, a machine. We found a machine. Mum, you're a good historian, what would this be?
I haven't got a clue what it is, sorry.
I would guess it seems to be some sort of like crank generator, because it seems to have something to turn round.
I guess, I don't know, that would be probably a pump thing.
That looks like a pump or a sink.
Water, that would be almost like, yeah.
And that would be like back of the day drains. Could be. I'd say it's a bit low down to be a shower. Because don't get me wrong, Henry VIII wasn't that tall. Why would they use water for a tinkle? They would just pee in there. Oh yeah, good point. But I would say they would pull that. This would pull out like water or something, and this would do something, but I'm not quite sure what it would be or do. If they know, they'll put it in the comment. Oh, that was a... Watch out, Mum. Mind your head. Quite that one. This looks like another cell room, but this one's got light.
Where they stayed just so that they could then shoot up.
I would say that the one we saw earlier was a cell because it's pitch black and it's very uncomfortable. I mean, I wouldn't really want to sleep on concrete either, but at least it's got light, well, pure light. Although I'm not sure what this little room here would be. Would I just is that would be your punishment? You would have to just stand here for hours on straight while there was a guard just standing there going, "Don't you move," just standing here. Just having to stand there and going, "Boss, I need a pee," and then the guard going, "No, you stay there." Sort of torture.
So soldiers would have stayed here.
I know. It looks like some sort of walking something. It looks like just someone would have to be like walked here and tortured or something. If someone had to be right here and they'd be tortured like from behind, and the guard or something would just go behind them and whip them, or fire, or if they got the death penalty, would just shoot them dead here, and instead of them going, flying somewhere, instead of just having to be blood all over here, they would just bring them to this little corner, shoot them, and just take them off this uncomfortable bit here, just to make sure, less cleaning up to do. Yeah, you know what? Sometimes I have no clue. I try to be as good of a historian as I can, but yeah. Let's see if this one's got any light. Yeah, it's got a solid bit of light, but it hasn't got that whole bit. It's similar to the one we saw not last time, but the one just before that. This one has a lot pure light, while the other one doesn't. Even though it's very slim light, it is light coming in here. But it seems to have these little indents here, like dents going in here. I wonder what these would be used for. In this little cabinet. I would say, I don't think these ones would be used for cells anymore. I mean, one would have been, the first one we saw was a bit like a cell, all dark and uncomfortable and a locked door, but, this one seems more, the last two seem more friendly, kind, not literally because they can't talk, but, very plain, very, not like a prison, more like a room for someone to stay in. Sorry if my echoey voice is getting on your nerves, but it's probably because we're in such a spacious room that, it's kind of difficult to not echo, and also sorry if it's a bit buggy as well because we're underground. That's where I believe we were. So if we go this way,
I think we need to go back upstairs now, don't we? We need to go back up to this.
Yeah, that'll be the way up, but I just want to have a quick look down here because yeah.
Careful, don't drop your phone because there's water in here.
There you go, guys. Didn't want to drop my phone in there, so let's just walk around here. Probably a type of tunnel thing there. Hold. There. One last look over there, down there. And now back over here, lads. This is so... I nearly banged my head on this. Anyway, so let's get back up and get some fresh air, and let's get back to our normal voices, not echoey voices. But yeah, this Deal Castle is absolutely fantastic. It's so beautiful, and Deal itself, the town I'm in, is such a beautiful little town. And so is Walmer, Sandown, Kingsdown, Dover. They're all amazing, and so is Folkestone. Folkestone's also really good. Hythe, you got the Romney Dymchurch Railway. I hope to go on there once. Record it for you. Do a YouTube video on the Romney, Hythe and Dymchurch Railway. So, let's say we got up here. Ooh. These steps are really uneven, and there's your view. Ladies and gentlemen, there is your view of the sea. Now imagine being here in the 1500s, no roads, just nothing but grass and the beach. And looking over to Calais, France, which would be over there. There, let me just zoom in. Which would be there, you can just about see it there. And imagine seeing an armada of Spanish and French ships coming over, and you've got to fire one of these things with those, grab one of those, shove it in there, there, and you know, having to fire that and praying that it hits the target. Ships in the Downs. The Downs is an area of the sea between Deal and the Goodwin Sands. It's sheltered from the bad weather during storms in the 16th century. It becomes a refuge for merchant ships of many countries, sometimes in their hundreds. And from the late 17th century, the Royal Navy based warships there. And you can pause the video to read the rest if you wish. So, yeah, it's a very beautiful castle. Just gonna sit myself down on this bench here. So just to appreciate, you know, it's not just, we always remember World War I and World War II as the big wars. Always being, oh, so always got to remember the people that died in the war, the 2 world wars. Oh, we fought for democracy. And you're right, we should. War is both world wars were very deadly, and we should respect the people that died for them. I mean, it was the biggest conflict not only in the world, but in recent years as well. You know, if you think about it, during the history of the world, you know, starting from all the way from BC, it seems so recent. Less than 100 years ago was World War II. And, you know, thinking about how close we're getting to it now for another world conflict, you know, it seems that we're getting quite close to it. But we just got to sit back and remember all the wars in history and think about it properly, thinking, well, all wars were supposed to teach us a lesson. Have we learned that lesson? Or are we just saying we have and then don't, you know, learn the lessons from it? Because the more we don't learn from wars, the more wars we're going to have. The more we learn from it and actually keep it in here, the less wars we're going to have. Because we'll realise our mistakes from one war and we won't cause another one. But we don't learn from wars, it seems. Because we're ever so near and closer to a third world war. Because I'm not trying to be political here, but there is probably going to be a third world war. Maybe not in our lifetime, but there will be one, probably. Just because of nukes and warfare and as a whole and that, and big superpowers, you know, team superpowers choosing their sides, you know, choosing sides of yeah. So yeah, it's very important that we realise that we need to learn from wars and not just go, oh yeah, we've learnt from it. And so yeah, it's always important to remember to learn lessons from war. I don't get why I'm just singing to myself as I'm recording. It's embarrassing. Anyway, if you want to have a little read of that, feel free to pause the episode to have a good read of that. It's a good history, little bit of writing that you may want to have a little look at. Another big canon. think it might have a pop shot at the Queens, do you think? I say it misses like Darwin Núñez in front of goal. Sorry, had to be said. Well, actually, to be fair, he's been playing really good. Anyway, not the point. Yeah. So, Canon 370, I'm not sure if you can see that. I guess that's the name of the cannon. You see, the thing with Walmer Castle and not with Deal Castle is that Walmer has this massive garden green that you can go into. Deal sort of just has the castle and that's it, and then the rest is just building around it. Because while this has been here from 1500 onwards, this is everything around it's been built more recently, like 1970s, 80s. I mean, maybe not that new, but you know, it could be built in the 1920s, but late 1800s, early 1900s maybe, but you know, they're not as old as this, because it sort of looks out of the ordinary. Another bit of lavatory. But yeah, this is I think, is that everywhere we've gone now?
Top, down the bottom, down here.
Yeah, I think we've been everywhere. Like Roy Kent. We're here, we're there, we're every... Well, you get the point. Yeah. Well, you get the... Okay. Well. Oh, that's a beautiful flag, isn't it? Can I get something from the shop?
What do you want to get in the shop?
Let's have a look. There's a few little things from the gift shop, lads. The game is so back. Got a few things to remember. It's basically just a notepad and pen. So now I know what so now I can write scripts, so I actually know what I'm going to say to you guys. The game is so back, lads. Anyway, good to see you guys. I hope you all have an amazing day. That's it from me. That was Deal Castle. And I am Jacob. Okay. Oh, that's actually a very cool catchphrase. I should say that more often. Anyway, okay. See you guys soon. Goodbye.